fun birthday party should not disrupt the sound booth this much.
Hi, my name's Raul. You're going to be meeting Cookie, the host, in a moment, but right now you have to tell me how many people are playing. Number one player. Hey, don't sweat it. One's better than nothing, right? Okay, so you want the 7-question tournament-length game or the big 21-question kahuna? Alrighty, that's what I needed to know. Okay, here we go. A question pops up, you know the answer, you buzz in. You hit the button on your controller that corresponds with the answer. It's that simple. Now watch carefully. You hit one of these buttons to buzz in. Then make your answer choice with one of these 4 buttons here. Okie dokie, groovy.
10 seconds.
And
9,
go to black.
8.
All right, have a good
7,
one, everybody.
6.
Bring in the logo.
5, 4, 3.
Mitt.
It's time for the show where high culture and pop culture collide.
Hey there, my name's Cookie. You have any questions at all, please feel free to keep them to yourself. Anyway, the game of solitaire. That's okay, I'm here alone too. So let's get it on. All right, hit me. Now serving, a woman of all seasonings. $1,000 if you get it. Let's see how you handle this one. Suppose Mrs. Dash went on a crash diet. Because it's an even smaller amount than a dash, which of the following might you want to be called? Mrs. Scant Teaspoon, Mrs. Go for it! A pinch is about 1/16 of a teaspoon. A dash is just a little bit more. No matter how little she eats, I still say she's got too much salt in her diet. Okay, pick a category.
I love the way you groove my number 2.
The selection is, there's no gun like Shogun. How does $2,000 sound? Flex those fingers, 'cause here it comes. Suppose you're a Japanese samurai wishing to avoid dishonor by committing an act. It's yours if you want it. Harikari? No, that's when you run a sword through one of those bald guys at the airport. Should have picked this. Harakiri is the correct spelling. And you know, if you were a samurai, you'd have to kill yourself for getting this one wrong. Category, please.
1, 2, praise the Almighty 3.
Shake hands with Spawn of the White House. $2,000 for a correct answer. Okay, pay attention here. This one's a toughie. Number 1, marry Mary Elizabeth Aitchison. Number 2, plan sex around wife's menstrual cycles. Number 3, get elected vice president. What mathematical set of rules and birth control method is this an example of? Alger hysterectomy, governor-igamy, algorithm method, or CIA IUD? Go get it! That question was written as an algorithm. Al Gore married Mary Elizabeth Aitchison, and the rhythm method is a way of birth control using a woman's menstrual cycle. Woo! All that and not one mention of campaign finances. See, we don't always go for the cheap shot. Okay, I need a category.
You can't stop at 3, no, you gotta have 4, yeah!
This one likes to go by, eat my shorts. $1,000 at stake on this one. Hope you brought your suit. It's time to get wet. If you asked a moth about its propensity for eating clothing, which of these would be a factually accurate response?
Sure, I used to do that as a kid. I can't help it, the smell drives me wild. Natural fabrics don't agree with me.
Or,
I only do it for lights on. It feels less dirty.
only the larva of a clothes-eating moth actually eats your clothes. The adult moths try on your clothes when you're not home. I need a category.
You don't wanna blow it on number 5.
This little number's known as coming out of the mystical closet, and you're playing for $3,000 cash money. Hey, let's imagine that Mrs. Kravitz finally gets the goods on Samantha from Bewitched and turns her into the police. If the authorities decide to deal with Samantha in the same manner as the Salem witch trials, what will happen? Mrs. Kravitz will start gathering kindling, Darren will make her stay in her bottle, Mr. Kravitz will donate the use of his pool, or Larry Tate will advertise her hanging. I'm sure she'd love to, but you'll have to find something else to do with those sticks. Maybe that'll keep her so busy she won't have time to snoop. Okay, Durwood, here's the real answer. By the end of the Salem witchcraft trials, 19 witches were publicly hanged, and 19 noses were chopped off to prevent any last-minute escapes. All right, hit me. The category is hungry. Looks like this one's going for $1,000. All right, get ready and solve this analogy. Eve is to rib as lamb chop is to what? Adam, mint jelly, sock, or mutton? Just as Eve was created from a rib, lamb chop is a hand puppet made from a sock. Which begs the question, Sherry Lewis, puppet genius or just a really bad dresser? Okay, pick a category.
Hey, look over there. It's question 7.
Here we have Outer Space Kids Are Sissies. $2,000 says you don't know this one. Hey, remember that TV program, The Big Blue Marble? Suppose the Earth really were a big blue marble and the universe were a big circle. If an extraterrestrial played marbles with the planets, how would it win our big blue marble? Shoot through the universe and not hit Earth? Knock Earth out of the universe with a shooter, shoot out all the planets except Earth, or knock Earth into the sun? To win Earth, an alien would have to knock Earth out of the circle without the shooter leaving the circle. And you know how kids are with toys. Sooner or later, the extraterrestrial mom will be complaining about all the planets under the couch. Category, please.
We'll call it a date if you can answer question 8.
The category? Where waving your shorts is patriotic, and it's worth $2,000 if you get this one right. Okay, after years of democracy and overpriced t-shirts, the citizens of Banana Republic decide to change their form of government. At the newly opened Banana Oligarchy store, what law is most likely to be enforced? All parachute pants are owned by the state, a small elite decides who folds the sweaters, the manager is infallible, appointed by God, or war with the Gap requires a majority vote. In an oligarchy, a small group of people hold all the power.
I said you will buy that V-neck, damn it, and get your ass back to the fall pants section before I have to get nasty.
Okay, I need a category.
Rainovi is number 9.
Coming at you. The running of the has-beens. You give me a right answer, I give you $3,000. Think fast. If you were racing in the original 1981 Cannonball Run, which of these could you not do? Run over Mickey Rooney, flip off Jamie Farr, cut off Bert Convy, or blindside Terry Bradshaw? In case you're wondering, Mickey Rooney was not in Cannonball Run. Mr. Rooney doesn't go for those lowbrow flicks. He prefers more cerebral films like How to Stuff a Wild Bikini. I need a category. Okay, now everybody strapped in, safe and secure? Good, 'cause it's time for a three-way. Okay, listen up. This is pretty simple. You're gonna see a three-way like this one. When the correct three-way member is lit up, buzz in. If you make a match, you pocket $1,000. But look out, it'll cost you $1,000 every time you're wrong. So, let's get it on. Let's just say this one's known as Can't Stop Turning Pages. And now allow me to introduce the literary giants of our time. John Grisham, Tom Clancy, and Stephen King. Time to bust a move. Good luck. That's all. Now catch your breath while we see how you did. Well, the word average comes to mind. Let's check out how your overall score looks. That's it for round one. Let's go to round two. Every question in round two is worth twice as much, so we got some serious cash at stake here. Let's get to it. All right, hit me. Let's see what we got going. And you thought they were morons. And you pocket $2,000 if you get this one. All right, the next time someone tries to tell you the Three Stooges are lowbrow, well, they'll probably be right. Still, imagine the scenario. Suppose Larry flings a pie at Moe in order to demonstrate Newton's first law of motion. Assuming they're in a vacuum, what will the pie do? Would it move backwards in time, propel Larry sideways, lose heat to surrounding pies, or fly evenly until stopped by Moe's face? According to Newton's first law of motion, an object will continue to move in a straight line and at a constant speed until something interferes with it. And since they're in a vacuum, this will happen right before Moe suffocates to death, and everyone will have a good laugh. Okay, pick a category.
I'm getting a reading of 12. Over.
And this one is...
Montague, get into my office!
Get it right, I'm handing over $2K. Okay, here we go. I have these descriptions of the new TV pilots for next fall. Here, listen to this one.
After offering all of his possessions to his 3 daughters, this Shakespearean character is solving crimes with his unpredictable new partner.
What's the name of this show? Scarecrow and King Lear, Jaques and the Fat Man, Simon and Timon, or Hardcastle and Macbeth? It was King Lear who started his downfall by offering to divide his land and possessions among his 3 daughters if they would profess their love for him. Of course, that's all before retiring to a small New England town where his knowledge of forensics and taekwondo can help the police solve a different murder every week. Category, please.
Swing your partner 1 in 3. A do-si-do for the big 13.
Well, what do we have here? From bad to verse. How does $2,000 sound? Let's rock. Which of the following poets might have written this question? Carl Sandburg. E. Cummings was known for using only lowercase letters in his poems and sometimes placing the words in different places on the page. As if it weren't hard enough to read poetry. Okay, I need a category. Well, looks like this category is Don't Go There, Godzilla. $2,000 for a correct answer. Put your tray in the upright position. It's time for takeoff. If all of Godzilla's movie foes formed a lynch mob to get revenge, which of the following Disney characters might lead the way? Dumbo, Cinderella, Bambi, or Mickey Mouse? Here's what you should have picked. Bambi vs. Godzilla. Oh yes, it's an actual movie. Personally, I'd like to see Godzilla go up against Barney. I need a category.
15th floor, lingerie, housewares, and useless trivia.
This one's called, What Color is a Bolshevik? $2,000 says you don't know this one. Just step up and take a swing at this one. Imagine that Senator Joseph McCarthy started searching for communist activity in the Crayola 64 box of crayons. Which of these crayons would not be suspected? Burnt sienna, magenta, fuchsia, or cerulean? Cerulean is the only color here without any red mixed in, so it would not fit into McCarthy's anti-communist red scare. The senator was always one for off-color remarks. All right, hit me. Well, mercy me, it looks like a dis or dat question. This dis or dat's category name is Tough Yet Sensitive. I'm gonna read off 7 items. For each one, I want you to tell me if it's an Arnold Schwarzenegger movie, a brand of condom, or both. As each one comes up, if it's a Schwarzenegger movie, press the square button. If it's a condom, hit the circle. If it's both, press the X button. And if you want to skip one, hit the triangle button. $1,000 for each correct answer, but $1,000 off for each one you miss or any that you just don't get to. All right, I'll start you off with 30 seconds on the clock. And we're off. Predator, movie, condom, or both? Terminator. Magnum. Pumping iron. Red Heat. Commando. One more. Rough Rider. 3 right, 4 wrong. Not great. Hey, could be worse. Could also be a hell of a lot better, but we're not going to go into that now. Let's move on. Okay, pick a category.
Number 17.
For your enjoyment, broken toes and severe groundings. This one can net you $6,000. Hey, did your parents ever yell at you after they stepped on toys you left lying around? Suppose that the inventor of Lincoln Logs left them strewn all over his floor. Which dad would be the one yelling at him to clean up his room? Milton Bradley, Abraham Lincoln, Frank Lloyd Wright, or Woodrow Wilson? See, now, I could have given you some cash if you pick this. The architect Frank Lloyd Wright's son, John Wright, conceived and marketed Lincoln Logs.
Ow, gosh darn that kid. One of these days I'm gonna...
Frank, his toys wouldn't be on the floor if you'd build him toy chests without any damn windows in them.
Category, please. And I believe this one's called, Excuse me, G.I. Joe, I've got to use the head. Hello, we're talking $6,000, so pay attention. Attention, patriots, now hear this. Instead of candy, participants in your next Veterans Day parade throw G.I. Joe action figures. Given this, what would you definitely not be able to brag about getting at the parade? Beachhead, sneak peek, Hummer, or snow job? Well, it's good to know you're not getting sneak peeks of the correct answers. Bet you wish you'd pick this. There was never a G.I. Joe action figure named Hummer. Boy, that would really hurt if you tried to catch one of those.
Hey, throw one to me! Over here!
Okay, I need a category. Step right up for question 19. This category's known as, Don't Bother Me, I'm Channeling. Get a right answer, you're walking away with $4,000. You know, British TV is really boring, especially that English channel. It's like watching the waves come in. Suppose the world were one big TV. If channels were assigned according to the Earth's geography, which station would be farthest from the English Channel? Straits of Dover Channel, Atlantic Access, Strait of Gibraltar Broadcasting, or North Sea Network? Well, you're toast. For the curious, here's the right answer. The English Channel connects the Atlantic to the North Sea via the Straits of Dover. The Strait of Gibraltar is down by the Mediterranean. Although I bet if you slip the guy a 50, he'll hook you up with all the major ocean channels. I need a category. May I introduce, come aboard, torture's waiting for you. You get 4,000 clams for this one. Put it in gear, 'cause here we go. Suppose the Love Boat's Captain Steubing got sick and tired of Gopher's antics and decided to keel haul him. How would Gopher be punished? Would he be forced to sit naked on the poop deck, made to walk the plank, dragged under the ship from side to side, or tied to the anchor? In order to keel haul Gopher, Captain Steubing would have to drag him back and forth underneath the ship. Hate, exciting, and new. All right, hit me.
All rise, the attack is now in session. If you see two words that go together on the screen, buzz in and you've got 2,000 bucks. Hit your buzzer when they don't go together. You can kiss 2,000 bucks goodbye. Here's the fun part.
Remember the clue.
The words only match if they fit this clue. Would you like to touch my primate? And I don't just ask anybody that question. Only really special players like you.
Second win till that last one. Let's see what it did to your final score. That's the game. Player, it's not that you did poorly. It's that you only did slightly better than poorly. Oh, well, here's one message I know you'll get.
You don't know Jack!
Nice work, people. Let's get those commercials rolling. And, hey, Raul, can you find out if we're doing another one of these?
Hey, let's put something on this naked scoreboard. Enter your name.
Hello,
Glory.
my name is Walter
Glorious, isn't it?
Gingerbelly.
Hey,
I'm not a
listen, if you
TV
want to
star
play
with a
another
special
game,
message
just let me
about
know when
staying
you're
in
ready, and
school.
I'll make sure
I'm
that
not a
we're ready,
high-powered
okay?
politician with a plea for votes, and I'm not trying to sell you anything. I've just got lots of money, and I like the sound of my own voice. With the money I have, it's worth spending some of it just to get on the airwaves for 30 seconds and talk about myself. Hell, this 30 seconds is costing me less than I make in 30 seconds, so what do I care? In fact, since I've paid for the airtime, I can make you listen to really anything. So here's a little clip of what I sound like getting up in the morning. Well, that's about all the time I have. So this is Walter Gingerbelly saying, remember, money doesn't buy you happiness, but it does allow me to waste your time.